Let us now learn about biofuels. Biofuels are the fuels which are obtained from biomass. Now, what is biomass? Biomass refers to the material, or rather the waste material that we obtain from plants and animals. So wood is an example of biomass. The crop or agricultural waste is also an example of biomass. Similarly, animal waste, municipal solid waste, wood, all are examples of biomass. So biomass is organic and it comes from living organisms, that is plants and animals. Now, some examples of biofuels are ethanol, biodiesel, and biogas. Biofuels are renewable source of energy, easily and abundantly available. They can be in solid, liquid, or gaseous states. Those which are solid are examples like coal, dung, and crop residue. That is, after the crops are harvested, whatever is left behind is the crop or agricultural waste or residue. So they form solid biofuels. Then we have liquid vegetable oil and alcohol. Here, when we talk about alcohol, it is nothing but ethanol, and we have studied how ethanol is formed and how it is used. Vegetable oil. Now here, vegetable oil is better known as biodiesel. And how is it obtained? It is obtained from the seeds of soybean and corn. It can be a substitute in place of diesel in diesel engines. It is non-poisonous and even biodegradable. In India, oil that is obtained from the seeds of Jatropha, Karanja, and Nag Champa are used in the production of biodiesel. So here vegetable oil is the one which we are obtaining from these plants, that is Jatropha, soybean, corn, etc. And then it is used to run diesel based engines. Biodiesel is a clean fuel as it has no sulfur and it contains 10% inbuilt oxygen, and that helps the diesel to burn completely. Similarly, we have gaseous biofuels also, for example, gobar gas, better known as biogas, and coal gas. Coal gas is prepared by heating coal in absence of air. It is a mixture of hydrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide gases. These fuels are easily available and in plenty of quantity. These are reliable fuels of the future. So I hope you have understood what is biofuel. We now move on to the next slide. Now here is a diagram which tells us about the various steps that are involved in the production of biofuel. We will start with biomass, that is plants, which are a source of biomass. Plants need to prepare their carbohydrate food, and for this they require sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and chlorophyll. So these plants take up solar energy, that is sunlight and carbon dioxide, and prepare their carbohydrate food, and this process we know is known as photosynthesis. Once the crops are ready, they are harvested and taken to the threshing industries, where machines separate the grain from the husk, that is the covering of the grain. Now this husk and the remaining portion of the crop are just agricultural waste. So this waste, that is biomass, can be used for the production of biofuels. Now this particular biomass is very much rich in cellulose. Cellulose is a very complex carbohydrate. Cellulose is even found in wood. So, agricultural waste or wood rich in cellulose is further taken to industries where the conversion of cellulose to glucose is brought about. Cellulose, as we said, is a complex carbohydrate, but glucose is the simplest sugar or carbohydrate. Now, this sugar thus obtained is going to be fermented so as to get the biofuel. We know that sugar on fermentation results in the formation of ethanol, and ethanol is a biofuel. So, liquid fuel production through fermentation. So, liquid fuel here is our ethanol that is obtained by the fermentation of sugar. Now, this ethanol is used to run various vehicles, and we know that the exhaust that are given out from vehicles, one of the gas is carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide again returns back to the atmosphere, which is then again going to be taken up by plants for the manufacturing of their food. So this is how the carbon dioxide again returns back to nature. So this is how the biofuel production takes place. Let us now study what is the role of microbes in pollution control. Pollution is a worldwide problem and it is ever increasing. Industrialization, transportation, agriculture, urbanization have all added to the problem of pollution. Solid waste, sewage, and various pollutants are ever increasing, and with that is increasing the problem of pollution. This has even given rise to various types of diseases, and it is degrading our environment. This problem is altogether more in densely populated country like India, which is affected by all these problems. So if we want to secure the future of our generations, then we need to find a solution to this problem of pollution. So let us see what is the role that is played by microbes in curbing this problem of pollution. The first one is land filling sites. Land filling sites are generally located in the outskirts of the city, where all the garbage is going to be dumped. This garbage is only degradable waste. So only degradable waste material, that which can be easily mixed with the soil and doesn't retain in the soil, is used. So only degradable waste is used for landfilling sites. Pits are dug in open spaces. So in the outskirts, there are some low-lying areas, or specially pits are dug in open spaces. These pits are lined with plastic sheets because you do not want any waste to mix with the underground soil or mix with underground water. Compressed waste is dumped in it. So the waste that is chosen, that is degradable waste, is compressed. That is, it is reduced in size before it is dumped. It is then covered with layers of soil, sawdust, leafy waste, bioreactors, that is various active substances that are obtained from organisms, along with soil slurry. Microbes in soil and top layer decompose waste. So the microbes that are present in this soil are going to decompose the waste material and break it down into the simplest form. Best quality compost is obtained in few days and site can be reused after removal of compost. So once the compost is ready, it is taken out and it can be used as a manure, and this site can be reused for further degradation of other waste material. So this is one way in which microbes can be useful in pollution control. Let us try to understand how a modern landfill site works. Modern landfill sites are in the outskirts of the city where there are low-lying areas or a pit has been dug to dump the degradable waste material. So as you can see, there is a pit which has been dug inside the ground. There is a well to monitor groundwater level. So a well is a monitoring system that uses special technology to see the water levels that are there inside the ground. We do not want that the waste should mix along with the underground water. So that care is taken and the pit is constructed in such a way that the waste does not mix with the underground water. So these pits are lined by plastic sheets and then the compressed degradable waste is introduced into it. We know that various microbes are also mixed along with soil. These microbes, being anaerobic, decompose the waste material. They even give rise to methane gas, and this gas is removed from the top here. Soil cover is given to it, and processing on sewage is done before it is added to the well. So sewage is also added here in the landfill, but it is first treated and then it is added. So this is how the conversion of degradable waste material is done so as to obtain compost as well as methane gas. So this is one way in which microbes are useful in preventing the pollution that may cause harm to the environment.